interesting things as usual. So I started out today doing something very fascinating. I've been trying to figure out, when you write novels, you got like 50,000 words to write a novel. And it's like, I feel like every time I write my comics, I'm trying to figure out how to do 50,000 words in a comic. And of course, the truth of the matter is that's like 5 billion pages of comic. So I'm trying to figure out what is the average word count of a comic script that's manga style, because of course I run manga style. And what I'm discovering is that it's about 50 words a page on average. But what I did was I took Livedrawing here, which is one of my favorite mangas, except for the last one, which is really weird. But all the rest of them are really interesting. And I like this particular comic because the style is relatively simple, but not too simple. It's not like it's painfully easy or anything like that. And I feel like I'm a much more complex artist. So that are more complex than, say, Rumiko Takahashi, but less complex than, say, Yukito Kishiro. So I'm trying to figure out what's my style, and I feel like Bunny Drop is more complex than Rumiko Takahashi, but not anywhere near the other larger manga like that. So anyway, I went through issue 1 in here, and I'm now in the middle of issue 2, and I'm literally counting the panels in the page and how many of the panels are full panels as opposed to just a head talking one way or the other. And then I counted the words. I did the word count, which I found really intriguing. I'm done with issue 1, and I'm headed into issue 2. And I'm discovering that in issue 1, there were 84 panels, 70 of them were full panels, with a word count of about 1,200 words, 1,300 words, thereabout. That puts an average of about 53 words per page, and 3.5 panels average. So, like right down the middle. And about 3 of those panels were full. So I'd say 4 panels a page on average. And then 3 of them are full panels. And by full panels, I mean with backgrounds and everything like that. That said, once I did that, I ended up looking at the numbers. And it was fascinating to me. I will share the numbers with you, because this is what we're doing now. It was fascinating to me, looking at these numbers, that what I have here is these groupings of words where you can see the 2 heavy scenes. Now, these are the 2 really big scenes in issue 1. And now I'm over here on issue 2, and I'm not seeing the same grouping that I saw over here. One big group here, and then a lot of talking right there. Anyway, I thought that was fascinating. So there's my morning interesting thing that I have discovered today. Just kind of going through for the day. So anyway, I'm going to go on ahead today, and I'm going to be working on this piece, which is a buddy of mine, one of the fellow geek tankians, or geek tinkers, or tanker people. I don't know. Anyway, so Emily is a buddy of mine from Geek Tank, and what I've got here is I'm working on her character Standy. And I've got, now I'm moving in on this here. Now, this is my rough sketch. I haven't finished it up or anything like that, cleaned it up, which is what I'm going to do today. Quickly clean it up. So she had said that her character was a tiefling with small horns, so I gave her small horns. And that she stole people's rings. And I thought that was a funny statement about the character. So went ahead and just added in her rings here. And I'll go back in and redo the rings and stuff like that. And everything whenever I get to it. So giving her some bracers here, van braces. Like I said, this is a very rough drawing, so now I'm going back and cleaning it up. Character's a rogue, so I'm going to be trying to put her in roguish armor. Does that make sense? Roguish armor. So going along here and doing this and doing this. Now, the truth is, she's twisting her arm around, so this van brace will probably do this and go with that. Right? Because, I mean, it would be twisted across her arm, just like this. So, take that out. Which is good because it's not clear how her arm is under here, so I kind of am glad to twist this around so that I can get back under there. Now, I had started this a long time ago, so I've forgotten a lot of what I was doing. I hope I can remember all the things I was doing. I started this. I started this for her like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Gosh, 3 months ago. It's been a while. But then I lost the instruction sheet, and I've been looking for it, and I was hoping that in a cleaning spree, I would find that sheet, and I didn't. So I had to actually email her last night and say, hey. Oh, man, the trees are killing me. Had to email her last night and say, hey, sorry, I lost all of that. I know you already paid for this commission and everything, and I'm very sad. It was pretty sad. It was pretty horrible. So one of the things I'll do is, now that I've got this sort of started, I'll go back in and clean up all of this artwork here, because I don't even know what the heck I was doing. And I feel like this is like an OB of some sort. So, like that. Right. Do this. Back to the I wish I remembered what I was doing. That's all right. So, one of the things I'm going to also do now is over here on this one. I'm going to look up rogue armor, because you kind of want to look at what rogues wore and kind of get an idea of what a rogue would look like. Right. Okay. So I'll put this here. I'm not seeing any real chat from you guys, so for right now, I'll just do that. All right. So, I'm going the wrong way. I am totally going the wrong way. What I need to do is put this here. And then have that come there like that. And then there'd be a ring like this. And man, Mondays are hard for you guys, huh? Nobody's out there. All right. And then it looks like this is side and like a side assembly, so it's buckled to one side. Why did I do that? Like this. Right? And then looks like the skirt. Goes along here. Gave her an offset belt because I like belts and things like that. That looks cool. So I got this belt, and she's got this belt. And that means she can carry lots of things. She needs to carry lots of things. So there is that. Give her some pouches. Hang off the side of the service belt here so she can steal things, because apparently that's what she does as a character. I don't judge, but I'm sure the paladin's not happy with her, as you might imagine. Paladins never are. All right. Okay. Now, I was informed that she wears a poncho-like object, so that's what this is. Here is this poncho. Okay, moving in. If you ever wonder, why does he do that? Why does he just draw a line all the way across the entire thing? The truth is, I don't. But every so often I'll hit the key, a hotkey on my pad, which says space, and it doesn't actually change the tool, and it leaves it with pen. And so I get this line across the middle of my artwork that I have to undo. Luckily, it does seem to register the undo key. But I'm noticing that Microsoft doesn't actually handle tablet very well, because I have the same problem with my XP Pen tablet that I do with my Surface. And that is this periodic failure to understand or comprehend what I'm doing. And I get this from time to time with both of them. And it's remarkably irritating. And today it's particularly irritating because I'm suffering from allergies. And so, since I'm suffering from allergies, if you guys are watching this and not responding or talking on there, that's one thing. But I'm worried because I haven't seen hide nor hair of anybody I normally see at my 10 o'clock broadcasts, that maybe the broadcast isn't working. Or maybe I'm just full of myself into thinking that I have regular people who watch me. That's even funnier. Okay, so yeah, that's another glitch right there that happens all the time. And it happens in, hey David, welcome aboard. There's another glitch that happens all the time and happens between both my Surface and my XP Pen tablet on a desktop. And I don't know what to do about that glitch. So what I get whenever I get allergies is I get headaches. There's sinus headaches, these horrible little sinus headaches. And I don't know if Benadryl will solve that problem. I usually take like Tylenol sinus pressure so that it will. There we go. The Tylenol sinus and pressure usually work a whole lot better on my sinuses. Okay, I'm pushing way too many buttons here. None of them are the button I'm looking for. So, okay, I'll put this here. So, don't know how long you've been with me, David, but I'm drawing a commission for a buddy of mine. This is a character portrait. I had the roughs, but I had asked her for information on the character and lost it. I was at a convention. It came back with me in my convention materials and vanished. And so, last night, I was hoping that I would find it while doing cleanup, and of course that didn't work. So, last night I finally just gave up and said, hey, I'm sorry, man. Didn't mean to lose it, but luckily she's a buddy of mine, and she's not out to kill me yet. Give her time. But now I'm finishing this piece for her. Nope, goes the other way. And so I'm finishing up this piece. Right, Excedrin works. For her. The character wears a bunch of rings that she stole from her victims, which I find a fun and fascinating character trait. So I wanted to make sure that I had that on this character. Okay, where are we? She's not wearing much in leg armor. So I've put leg armor on her when she's not really wearing leg armor. So I'll just put normal leggings on her. There we go. And high boots, which she's wearing high boots. So that works. But she's not wearing leg armor. So I'll just put in leggings. That should be fine. And like that. What, my chair squeaking? Is that what you're talking about? I do need to get like fish oil and put it on the chair. I noticed that when I've been thinking about, should I play music or something? Because, when I'm not talking, all you're doing is just hearing me breathe. Sounds remarkably unpleasant. I don't know if I'd want to sit here and hear me breathe. Heck, I live with me and I don't want to hear me breathe. Right? So it's like, I'm not sure what you guys are doing. That's what fish oil is. Or that's what WD-40 is fish oil. This will be your TIL for the day. That's what a bunch of carp have given their lives for, to make your chair not squeak. Don't you feel happy? I'm not sure whether it's carp. It's probably cod. Odds are good. So much is coming out of cod, I swear. Coming around the corner here, doing this. Kind of clean that up there. Clean this up here. Now the truth is I want to get these guys in and out the door within an hour if I can. But it doesn't always happen that way. And I kind of like to spend a little extra time on Emily's piece, because naturally I should have given this to her a long time ago and I didn't. So I don't feel so bad spending some extra time on her piece. It seems like she deserves a little bit of extra care, seeing as how I've been so negligent, and I'm glad she doesn't hate me for it. So there is that. And I'll come on here. All right. I'm feeling pretty good about all of this. And then go down here. And I'll clean this up a little down here on her boots. So, David, I was doing some counting on pages. Like, I went through some of my manga, and I just counted word count and stuff like that, which I found fascinating. Because I'm trying to figure out, you think about scripting and stuff like that, and from a novelist's point of view, there's a ton of words. A novel has 50,000 words in it, but a comic book can't have 50,000 words. You'd end up with a 5,000 page comic. So 50,000 words is actually like a novella. It's not even a full-fledged comic. And so I've been studying this and trying to figure it out, and went through a comic of mine, a favorite comic of mine called Bunny Drop, which I really rather like, because it's a simple comic. It's not complex, and I don't want to be too complex. It'll take me forever to do my comics. Because if you think about it, the reality is that in order to be productive, we have to produce 25 to 32 pages every month, right? Which is a page a day. not taking weekends off or anything like that. So kind of looking at that and saying, well, the volume of comic pages kind of precludes the idea and the concept of going too complicated and too detailed, because you wouldn't be able to. Here we go. See, I'm not sure what I'm doing with her hair, so I'm just kind of rolling through and doing random stuff here. So she said her hair is wild and woolly and sometimes in braids and sometimes in curls. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I can fix that. But I don't know what that means necessarily, so I'm just going to kind of go with it here. And that'll be fine. Kind of going through here and cleaning this up so I can kind of get an idea. Once I've got a big black mass, because her hair is black, once I've got that big black mass of hair going, I'll be able to get a good idea of what I want to do with it and whether I want to braid it up or whatever. But as long as it's white, I'm not going to be able to get an idea of the size or the shape of the hair. I'm not going to be able to get an idea of the mass that we're dealing with here. So that's what I'm doing here. Going in, coloring this in like this, coming up here like this. I love this thing up here, which is just like a, what did that, what, never mind. All right, coming back here. I'm going to leave this one line right here in for the moment, just temporarily. Because at some point, I'm going to highlight the hair when I figure out what the shape is. But until then, I want to know where that hair ends. All right. I'm going to let the brush do the thing that brushes do. And go over the edge like that. Okay, picking that out there, coming back through here. Now, some of this doesn't look reasonable. Like that doesn't look weird. That looks weird. Hair should go from thicker to thinner and never go from thinner to thicker. That just makes it look strange, and people then think you're a weird artist and have no clue how to do hair. So, I'm trying to give the illusion that I am an artist who knows what to do with hair, which is, you know, a thing. So I'm coming along here. So this character is a tiefling, which is a D&D class that's similar to a satyr. Has horns on its head, but doesn't have the extended leg bones to make it have the reverse legs. So coming through here, doing that. Okay, now let's take a look at the character. Now it's looking a lot better. Now what I want to do next... Oh, man. Okay, what we're going to do next is look at this and decide. So this is the same critter going down this way. Comes out like that. I've done that. I'll go back in and clean it all up, because I'm clearly sloppy. Here, come back around, clean that up. Clean that up. Happy little trees. Okay, happy little armor. There we go. Round that off. There we go. Okay, so I've put her class armor on there like that. That should be pretty good. Okay, taken 30 minutes to clean up the inking on this. It doesn't take as long to do the coloring on it. My monitor is so dusty. Part of the reason why I'm so sneezy. Monitor gathers so happy little knees. A monitor gathers so much junk and dirt, I swear. It's a monitor, but it's, of course I've got it not flat, but pretty close to flat. So as a monitor, it's picking up everything that's falling on it. There goes my chair. I'll get this. Yeah, boy, this chair does a lot of squeaking. And hello, Brent. Welcome to Monday. For better or for worse. Okay. So, go through in here and just put a shadow in on this. If anybody's watching this that's not here regularly, I am open for commissions for characters. If you want your character portrait done very similar to this, it's $40 for a commission, and I ask that you give me all the pertinent information for your character: eye color, hair color, work. Psh, come on, man. No, it's fine. Weird. All these people working. So strange. Says me as I sit here and do this. Okay. Anyway, so if you're watching this video later, I do commission work. I am available for... Okay, so I copy the ink layer at this point in time, and this becomes my color layer. And for those of you who do any kind of digital work, I highly recommend that you name your layers, because you will regret it if you don't name your layers. Now, go back over, and now I go back in and look at my instructions. Oh. Weird. Yes, Sean is also talking to me, but I can't see him. Wonder what that means. Wonder who's coming in from where. These are all Facebook posts. Let's see. One of these is read-only. I guess, Sean, you have to be on my GS Davis page. I guess you can't be out there on my personal page, I guess, because it's saying that it's not reading my personal page's response. I'm sorry, dude. Because it is reading everybody else's response, looking on here. But, oh, YouTube is read-only too. So if you're out on my YouTube channel, that won't help you. Okay. Let's see what she's got here. So it doesn't actually say no comments are allowed. Yeah, I know. Well, he seems to be making comments. I'm just not seeing them. And I think that that's anything that's on my personal page. So if you're watching the stream and you want to join the comments here, you've got to go to the GS Davis art page on Facebook, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing. So she has... Okay, so going in through here, let's pick some of the things we know she's called colors on. She's called colors to say that this creature's got dusty red skin. So we'll go on ahead and make that color choice now. Are you on my personal page, or are you on my professional page, I guess I should call it. I don't know. Okay, there we go. All right. All right. I didn't do it. Okay, yeah. So I think that's the trick. Is thanks, Brent. I appreciate that. I think that's the trick. If you're watching this on and trying to reply at, oh, see, I knew you did something goofy. When did you do that? At GS Davis Art, you'll need to go there. That's where it is. Okay, and we go here. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, doot, doot. Doot? Oh, maybe. Doot? Okay, close. Doot? All right. Doot, doot, doot. So you're looking at this going, gosh, that doesn't look like that's very good. And it'll be fine. I'll show you. I'll show you the trick. The trick that I do. There are tricks to the trade to make this all so much easier. Okay. Normally I would say brown armor, but she didn't declare what armor she should be wearing, so I'm going to go for green. I think that works. I'm going to go for green for her outfit here. The poncho will be a different color. Nothing else. Let's see here.